I ultimately decided on NYU Wagner because I felt a greater sense of community while I was here. People were much more willing to help each other out, not even just during classes, but just in terms of the friendships, just that felt more authentic when I was here, and everyone was always willing to help one another. They always had each other's back.
In school public service, you really need to work with people, and it comes really naturally. It's not like, oh, I have to force myself to make friends and all of that. When we are in the same school, same classes, with student groups, we naturally just create a bond.
I think the Wagner community is definitely the most diverse academic community I've been a part of, certainly compared to my undergrad experience. I think it's also really interesting that it's very practice-based. So I think everyone is bringing a different professional and academic experience to the table, and making sure that those experiences are shared in the classroom.
What I found was very unique about Wagner was the fact that there was ample opportunity to learn from your peers, because do remember that 75% of Wagner graduate students are working part-time or full-time, so the opportunity to network within your school, within your classroom is just humongous.
People come from all walks of life, whether it's from halfway across the world or from a community or a borough just across the city, and everyone has a story to provide.
When I'm not in my world, doing my work and doing what I have to do, I know I can always just meet anyone and talk to them, and folks are just so open and always willing to just sit down with you and chat about whatever it is you want to talk about. It's weird because we're in New York City, and people you can't just like walk up to someone and start talking to them and think you're weird, you're a weirdo or something. But not here. It's very open. People are friendly, welcoming, and there's just that I can't even explain it, but it's here and it's great.
I think my favorite thing about the Wagner community is that it's really low-key and really positive. People are really nice to each other, and no one has too big of an ego that's not getting in the way of your relationships in or outside of the classroom. So I think that's really unique to Wagner.
We not only talk about passion, but we also talk about actions, how we can really bring the problems into reality to make things happen by applying the skills that we learn through classes, through our conversations with our peers, through student group engagement, and to bring the whole community together to solve complicated problems.
Everyone here is very open when it comes to politics, to personal beliefs, social issues, and you kind of start to figure out what you believe in just by talking with other people in your class. And I feel like that has really helped me figure out where I belong at NYU Wagner, what I personally identify with most.